So obviously isn't the best start to the season. So in your mind, what kind of contributed to that?
I mean, we haven't executed in the opportunities that we've needed to in both boxes, really, and that's been difficult for us because, if we haven't finished our chances in the attacking half, and then we, have led up the goals that we have, we find ourselves in this very difficult position, and clearly we've had some unlucky circumstances too. You can't look at our starting lineup from the beginning of the season and now we're literally down 4 of those starters. Every single guy in the front line is hurt. And we have to look at ourselves and what we're doing, but at the same time, some of that is just going to happen, when you're trying to be a professional athlete at this level. It's a fine line between being maximally fit and ready to go and unfortunately being hurt.
So you said not executing in the boxes. What does that specifically mean?
I mean, we need to finish our chances that we create, and we haven't done that. And then we need to make sure that we, on the defensive side, get the block, stand the guy up, make the save, all of those things. If you look at our game on Saturday, where I felt like we did a good job, we have chances to score, we don't do it, and we limit our opponent, but then unfortunately the PK happens, and that'll change the game, and it certainly did.
For 2-3 years, before you, the coaches and you have just preached the system of Blue City. That system kind of prioritizes the counterattack. Are you going to keep sticking with that system, or is it time to kind of tinker with that?
I don't know that I would say that I've stuck with the same system. It's a little different for me.
So can we expect any changes to formation or anything like that in this weekend or the upcoming couple of weeks?
I mean, we have a little bit. So, we've probably played more systems in this early part of the season, and we definitely have options going forward. At the same time, I think we showed some real improvement in areas from our last 2 performances to this one, and I still think we're a team that plays better soccer than our opponents so far, and we just have to turn that ability of playing better soccer and dictating and controlling moments and matches into execution.
What are some of the areas that you feel that you've improved in?
Well, if you look at last game, our back line moved collectively much better. We defended the counter. We were much better in transition defending. So those were positive signs for us. Our balance from our weak side defender was significantly improved. And if we build on that, I think we'll win more games than we lose in this league.
When you think of the Tampa Bay Rowdies, what comes to mind?
I mean, they've had the exact opposite start that we've had. They, up until this last game against Hartford, they weren't really scoring, but they found ways to grind out results, And so they've had a super positive start to their year, and we haven't. We're on opposite ends of the spectrum. But, I still think that if you look at the way that teams play, it's going to be a really tough contest, and I know that they're going to be looking at us, and it'll be nice to not be the favorite heading into this game for once.
Yeah. Given where you grew up, is there any fondness for the green and yellow?
Yeah, I mean, they're my club. They're the team I was born and raised with. So, but just like, I think it's similar to when I have to coach against Memphis and I'm coaching against my own son. It means nothing to me anymore. So it'll be fun. I'll have literally my entire family will be there. So that'll be great. But at the same time, the only objective I really have is to go down there and get a result.
Mm-hmm. They've got a giant poster inside their stadium that says, "Before we were Bucks, before we were Rays, we were Rowdies." That was kind of a cool sentiment.
Yeah, I mean, and I grew up in that time, so some amazing memories, and again, I'm not gonna lie, there will be some sentimental feelings coaching against the Rowdies for the first time, because they were so, as a kid growing up there, they were larger than life, and some of those guys were my heroes, and the reason I'm a soccer coach today and turned into a soccer player. But again, that's all thrown out the window on this Saturday.
Sure.
I guess any up